Okay, I'm having to show you this because I strongly suspect this phone has been hacked. You can go to YouTube and Google and type in gang stalking and cell phone hacking. As you can see right now, let me go back. This is the receive called feature. I'm pressing OK right now in order to be able to show you the list. No calls have been received on this phone to me. Okay, now going to the missed calls. No calls have been missed. Okay, I'm now going back to dial calls. Okay, now this is let's see, what is that number right there? 185. I forgot what that number is. That might be to the San Diego Police Department, I think, for me calling to find out directions concerning. One was just I accidentally pressed the callback button. I meant to hit clear. Okay, when I was toggling, and I accidentally hit this one, which was call back, which literally just happened. Okay, right before I started making this video. So they've only been called once, and that was on July. Well, see, you can see that just occurred just now, 0 minutes in July 26th. They were called by me on July 24th, okay, in order to be able to get the information concerning how I could get the police report concerning me being brutally assaulted on an MTS bus on July 28th. And then there's a high number of calls to a radio station, and that gives a radio show, and every time 99.9% of the time I called them, the line was busy, so I had to keep trying to call back. So there's a high number of attempts by me dialing their number. And that's irrelevant, so that's not really even need to be. Oh shit, I did it again. Dang it, just accidentally, I'm trying to press cancel now. I did it again accidentally to that 1858 number, area code, to the San Diego Police Department in order to get their address. Anyways, but that's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to show you the date, because I got some statements to make. Today's date is July 7th, today's date is July 26, 2013, and the time is 12:23 p.m. as you can see by me showing you a video picture of my cell phone. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I am a target victim and activist concerning the crimes of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking. And the reason why I'm making this particular video is in order to be able to make some predictions, some video predictions. And the reason why I decided to make these additional video predictions outside of the ones that I normally make is because things are starting to heat up in reference to the harassment that is being utilized around me concerning me. Yesterday I went to Walmart in order to be able to get some allergy medicine, to buy some two additional memory cards, one for this video camera, one of the memory cards I bought at Walmart when I went there yesterday is actually being used to make this video. And then I bought a separate memory card that has a micro card that you can put into the this tape recorder, which is a voice tape recorder that's even recording right now as I'm talking. And you put the memory card, the micro card, in this tape recorder so you can have additional memory, so you can continue to record once the internal memory is full. That's right, it's got a feature so you can, instead of having once the internal memory is full in this tape recorder, in other tape recorders that don't have the micro card feature like this one has, then you'd have to buy another tape recorder. So I bought a tape recorder that's got the micro card feature, so I wouldn't have to continually buy tape recorders. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. Please make sure you look in the description of this YouTube video for cooperative material that will help you see the factual reality that I am a victim of this crime, undisputably. And the reason why I'm making this particular video is that recently I attended a news conference, two separate news conferences, one on July 15th, 2013, as a result of a woman by the name of Donna Fry and two other separate individuals. I think one of them was at least a lawyer, asking the mayor to resign and making some statements concerning the sexual harassment that is being allegedly how Mayor Filner is being allegedly accused of allegedly engaging in sexual harassment. Sorry, I got a little tongue-tied. That news conference took place on July 15, 2013. And as that news conference was happening on that specific date, I was literally standing 1 foot behind the 3 individuals that gave the news conference. Now, I was wearing a shirt that said, "Learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus. District attorney will not investigate, won't investigate." It was a white shirt with black lettering. I am flat out, wide open, right on those news conferences, and they can be Googled and YouTubed in reference to, more than likely by you typing in July 15, 2013 news conference, sexual harassment allegations, and you'll find them in reference to the different news stations that covered it. Now, I already took video pictures of when I was there actually attending the news conference, and I also took video pictures of me being on the news coverage of that news conference. Also, on July 22nd, 2013, I stood behind 2 city council members that were giving a news conference concerning some of their statements in reference to, because of the allegations that are being brought about against the San Diego mayor, Mayor Filner, concerning the sexual harassment allegations. On that specific date, I wore the same shirt that I wore on the July 15, 2013 news conference when I was there, and I also held up a sign that said "sexually harassed by San Diego Sheriff's officers inside of the Hall of Justice, nobody cares." The sign was held in front of me, above me, and to my waist as I was wearing the white t-shirt. So far, I've only been able to find, at first initially I only found 1 news coverage concerning actually showing me standing there, okay, wide open with this sign and the shirt. And then I think it was yesterday or the day before, I found a second one that literally showed it. And I took a video picture of the first one that I seen showed me standing there right behind those San Diego City Council members giving their statements on July 22nd, holding that sign. Now, when this sexual harassment occurred concerning me by these San Diego Sheriff Department officers inside of the Hall of Justice, and if memory has served me correctly, it happened on March 29, 2013. Yes, it did. Now, in reference to that, at this time is the time I believe that harassment occurred on. That harassment was caught on digital tape recorder, on a micro card. Now, I have right now in my possession, which I'm going to take a video picture of more than likely today or tomorrow at this location. I have numerous micro cards that are dedicated to weeks and months of harassment, of non-stop specific types of harassment that I am experiencing concerning me by people that I do not know. And this harassment is the same, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about letting you know that right now I not only have in my possession, well, but it's put it to you this way. These microcards that hold that sexual harassment in reference to that incident with the San Diego Sheriff's Department was caught on digital tape recorder. Now, I have listened to it, and I believe, if memory is serving me correctly, those audio files have been uploaded to video memory disk on video files, and they are in my possession as well. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. If any incident happens concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me, I don't care if whoever is involved in the incident that is brought about towards me, or the accusation or complaint that will produce me either having to go to the hospital, that would produce me being arrested or petitioned into any hospital, psychiatric floor, or county mental health on any date, using any law enforcement agency of the state of California or any other law enforcement agency while I'm in California, before I can file for the sexual harassment lawsuit and before I can present the evidence that I was sexually harassed inside of the Hall of Justice while other criminal activity was happening around me, concerning me, while I was in there on that date and other dates, it will be the direct concerted effort of the organized harassment that I experienced along all my routes as a direct result of me being a target of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking. Now, I'm in San Diego, California. I'm a good woman. And another statement I want to make sure that my viewers and anybody else who might be watching this video possibly intentionally, yes, because cyber surveillance is a method of organized stalking, and that can be Googled extensively. I want to make a statement here. As a result of being a target and victim and activist of this crime, I am still being harassed along my route through clever means. Yesterday, on my way to Walmart, an individual, right as the bus was approaching, a black individual, a black male, rode up his bike. I was already standing at the bus stop, bus route 44, that was dedicated to the bus route that I was taking to go to the Walmart at Shaw Line Road, okay, in Claremont, in the city or town of Claremont, which is in San Diego County. As I was standing at the bus stop, as the bus was approaching, a black individual on a bicycle pulled up and went past me, got off his bike, right by me, got off his bike and appeared to be waiting for the bus. The bus came and I put my bike on the front bicycle. It was on a bike rack on the front of the bus, and there's 2 slots for 2 separate bikes that can be put on the bus. I put mine on the first one because I knew I was going to be getting off the bus right up the road. When he see me doing that, he started yelling at me. I totally ignored him because I am not going to be sucked into any type of provocation with anybody, whether it be verbal or physical, because I already know what's happening around me along all my routes. I have at least 600 audio files to prove the same exact identical harassment being utilized around me along all of my routes, along all of them, including even being harassed by the business community at SDSU, USD, UCSD, San Diego Public Libraries, businesses, trolley stations, trolley routes, bus stops, and bus routes. The same exact identical harassment. Now, as a result of me having this audio proof and even video proof of this harassment being utilized around me in the same exact identical way, then this proof in itself shows that I am a victim of this crime. That leaves at least the San Diego police wide open for a lawsuit, and the San Diego government wide open for lawsuits for gross negligence of duty, because on numerous occasions I directly in front of them in their physical presence, at least on 12 to anywhere between 12 and 17 at least occasions, physically asked them why San Diego police officers were in my physical presence. I literally flat out told them I was a target of gang stalking and requested each time to make a report, and was flat out denied by them to my face, them stating that they will not, and that I am not a victim of this crime. That's right. And all of it was caught on separate digital audio files and separate digital tape recorders that are now in my possession. As a result of being a target of this crime, organized stalking expeditions create incidences towards a target outside of the mild harassment that is overtly perpetrated towards them for them to experience, and that is done to let the target know that they're a victim of this crime. But they also engage in specific other types of protocols of harassment, which are known as the street theater. And the street theater is nothing but a production, that's why they call it a theater, that they develop, okay, by making armchair decisions about how they're going to initiate a incident around an organized stalking target when a target is out and about in the community. The street theater is nothing but a staged event, which can also include staged witnesses, okay? And they are very, very, very clever concerning how they'll bring about these events. Case in point, and I'm not saying that they'll do it or that this has been done, but what they can do is, like, say if a target like me goes to a bus stop, through the tracking of any target, they know where a target's at in real time, okay? That's right. So if they see a target, like possibly even using their cell phone as a GPS locator and other means of tracking, including physical surveillance, they will then place a target to be a person to either already be on the bus, or for a person to get on the bus once the target has got on it later down the road. And that person can be either used as a witness or as a perpetrator of the incident, which means that a witness to the incident or the perpetrator can be put on a bus route or any other route of a target, whether it be in a business, a library, a university, any type of transportation service. The perpetrator and the witnesses can get on around the target at different stops. Like I'm using a bus route or a trolley route to give you an example of how clever they are. So to make it appear on the video of the place that it's happening at, that this is not a concerted effort that is being cleverly managed. against the target, because they want to be able to walk away with plausible deniability while calling the target crazy concerning what the target knows in their mind is really happening. Okay, now just bear with me. If a targeted individual gets on a bus route, they'll more than likely already have somebody on that bus. I have already caught on separate many audio files and even video files. Case in point, I can be going to a bus stop and I'll make a video before I leave to go to that bus stop, and that video will show a picture of my cell phone which shows the date and time. Okay, and then as I'm even making the video prediction, the tape recorder will be running, which reflects the date and the time. I'll state in the video prediction and in the audio prediction, considering the fact that the tape recorder is running as I'm making the video, it's recording. I'll state that let's see if specific things are brought about concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or possibly against me along any of my routes on any specific date in the video. And the video prediction is usually meant for at least the date I'm making the video prediction at. Concerning. I then leave a specific area where the video prediction is made at, and then I go to a bus stop. And at the bus stop that I'm referring to is 150 and 201, but not limited to. I then state on the audio file and in the video, I'll state in the video prediction, let's see if specific things are said around me once I get to the bus stop and once I get on the bus. And on the things I'm talking about, like people saying and repeating, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk, oh my god, crazy, weird, gang stalk, oh my god. Saying it in that way, either close together or not that far apart. Then it's my way, as a result of experiencing this harassment, what I started doing as a result of knowing that I was experiencing it, I started making predictions that it would occur. I then leave the area where the video prediction was made, go to a bus stop where there's nobody at the bus stop and nobody at the bus stop across the street from me. The bus arrives, yes, I get on it and it's heard. And when it's heard, it's caught on digital tape recorder by people that are already on the bus. Yes, yes. And this has been caught numerous times. Now, the point I'm trying to make is that in order for them to stage an event to make it appear so they can, it's called framing the situation to frame the result. What they want to be able to do is produce either a falsified police report, a falsified arrest, trying to make it appear that it's legitimate, or a petitioning a target in the county mental health or in the psychiatric floor of an area hospital. And why would this possibly be done? Well, I'm holding huge amounts of evidence right now. At least 600 to 700 audio files of this method being utilized around me for at least the last year, at least, okay, everywhere that I have went in the same exact identical way. Yes, and then some of the audio files literally show this method being utilized around me repeatedly, practically non-stop. Yes. Now if I make a video prediction, and while I'm making a video prediction, I show a picture of my cell phone which shows the date and the time. Like say if I made it for today's date and the time is, even though it's not 9 a.m. right now, but I'm just saying it's 9 a.m. And then I state, let's see if gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk, oh my god, weird, crazy being said around me even once, especially in that way. I then leave this area and go to UCSD, and it's caught, and not only just caught, but caught repeatedly in that way. It shows that this crafted harassment is being utilized around me, because when the tape recorder is catching it, it reflects a later time on the same date, which means I was stalked and tracked to these places for this covert harassment to be utilized around me for me to experience. That's right. And since I have at least 600 audio files on numerous separate tape recorders and numerous separate micro cards that go into this specific type of tape recorder, which I have two separate tape recorders of the many that I have are this type that hold micro cards. And I'm holding this proof in my possession. Now, who might want to make sure that this proof never sees the light of day in order to be able to protect the criminal prosecution and the civil liability, and the criminal liability as a result of the peoples used and the places used? Who's got the power, okay, to arrest me in order to get physical hold of me so this evidence can be erased or stolen? Any event that produces me being arrested, put in county mental health, put in a psychiatric floor, put in a group home, okay, whoever puts me in any of these places on any dates will be directly connected to this organized stalking expedition in order to get a hold of this evidence that is currently in my physical possession. Now, I'm going to make another statement, and I'm not exactly sure how it's going to directly sound to you, and I have to carefully make it. And the reason why I do is because I have discovered, as well as other targeted individuals that are in San Diego County right now, Miraj Shahan. I'm not saying that she knows this. I'm going to backtrack for a second. There are other fellow targeted individuals right now in San Diego County. Miraj Shahan. She's got a petition online right now stating she's being harassed by firefighters, police officers on our transportation routes. It's a petition to Barbara Boxer, Feinstein, and the City Council of San Diego. Let's see, who else have been past victims and are current victims? Beth Donahue, Sylvia L. Morales, Victoria Rose, okay, Miraj Shahan, me, and that's just individuals that I know by name. On my computer right now, a laptop that I bought on May 29, 2013, just not even 2 months ago, okay, show numerous, because I did some research lately concerning past San Diego targets and possibly current ones. And there are statements online from targets that go all the way back to 2008, 9, 10, 11, talking about San Diego being gang-stalked in San Diego. What has happened to these individuals as a result of being gang-stalked in San Diego. So, all you got to do is research, if you feel inclined to do so, on specific social platforms, gang stalking in San Diego, and you'll see that I am not the only person exposing the factual reality that this crime has and is happening in San Diego County. You can also go to YouTube and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids to see that it was covered in Santa Cruz, which is right next door to San Diego County. Yes. So, one way that they can bring about an incident towards a target, including possibly me, concerning me, in order to be able to produce a arrest or petitioning a county mental health or a psychiatric floor in an area hospital, is to be able to stage the event to make it appear that I was either the problem or the person that's bringing about the event towards me, in case they want to brutally assault me and knock me out, take me to the hospital, and then steal or alter the evidence. And if you don't think that gang stalking is not happening by doctors and hospitals, Google it. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. So they can basically, through the tracking of any target, see where a target's going at, including their transportation routes, and then just place different people to arrive at the scene either before me or after me as a result of knowing the regular routines of me. Okay? Yes, if I go to a San Diego Public Library 4 times out of 1 week on 4 separate days and take the same bus route to get there, and I'm being stalked and tracked in real time, they can deduce easily where I might be headed at as a result of monitoring a target's regular routines, and then just place specific people to already be in that library before I get there. That's right. They will also stage the witnesses to either come in before or after I got there. That's right. Because they want to be able to make sure that anything that's caught on video has got plausible deniability, which can produce reasonable doubt that this was a staged event. Yes, so they can walk away with the crime while I live in the repercussions of the crime, which was the reason why the staged event was brought about to begin with. It's called framing the situation to frame the result. The result being me being harmed or my evidence and physical property being harmed, altered, deleted, or edited. Yes, while the perpetrators who were involved in it point the finger at the target, accuse and blame the target for the incident, and then the target pays the price as a result of the witnesses being staged and the places it's happened at and the accusations that are brought about against the target. In order to make it appear that whatever happens to a target, arrest, staging, petitioning them into county mental health, petitioning them into a psychiatric floor, anything that can make it appear that they had a legitimate reason to physically take the target to a second location, to have them searched, their property searched, yes, where theft can happen, the alteration and deletion of evidence can happen. That's right. When I was arrested at SCSU on February 1st for literally doing absolutely nothing, that whole incident that brought about the arrest was tape recorded as it was transpiring. When they put the handcuffs on me, the arresting officer literally went inside of my bra, because this is where the tape recorder was rested at, in a pouch attached to my bra. Okay? And then after they put me in handcuffs, she was feeling my body. She felt the tape recorder, took it out, and then placed it with my property. Once the whole fiasco was done and over with and they let me go, I went to go listen to the tape recording of the event, and they had erased it. That's right. It was totally erased. Now, I have a video picture though of about 85% of that event occurring. I am afraid to put that video file, that memory card that holds the video file, into any computer, because I have literally watched video files being erased before my eyes at UCSD Biomedical Library. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. Before my eyes, cyber surveillance, cyber hacking, and cyber espionage, and cyber bullying are direct methods of organized stalking and gang stalking. Because what you got to understand here is that if these criminalities are happening towards me or any other target on their property, they can be sued for premise liability. They can be pursued for all the different types of crimes that are happening towards a target on their property. Do you really honestly think that any university, San Diego Public Library, and any other place that's been used to engage in these criminal activities towards me wants to be sued? No, of course not. Of course not. You got to look at this realistically and honestly. And these are the methods and tactics of organized stalking and gang stalking. In the YouTube video that you can look at, Gang Stalking, Bullying, and Steroids, that individual clearly states that he is harassed everywhere he goes, including at his home. Yes. Cyberbullying and cyber harassment is also mentioned in that YouTube video of a police officer in Santa Cruz flat out stating that gang stalking has been going on forever and that it's even reached out into the cyber world. Do you really honestly think that they're cyber monitoring a target for no reason? I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams, so I am predicting it on today's date. And at the beginning of this video, I showed you a video prediction. I showed you a video picture of my cell phone, which showed the date and the time. So yesterday, when I was on my way to Walmart, and I go to get on a bus, and this black individual pulls up with his bike, and when he sees me put my bike on the front part of the bus, he starts yelling at me, calling me a white bitch, an asshole, and every other type of name that you can think of. I was already on the bus by the time that started occurring. I shut my mouth. I said one thing. I go, don't be calling me a bitch. You don't know me. And then I got on the bus and minded my own business. And then the bus driver says, boy, I'm waiting to see how this turns out. I says, what do you mean? He goes, because he said that twice. And I kept asking him, what do you mean? He wouldn't say anything. That's right. Then the guy got on the bus and just walked by me and went and sat down. Then I got to Walmart, and I was literally harassed by at least one Walmart employee. That's right, who said F you to me for minding my own business, trying to take and coordinate my groceries that I had just bought, spending $70 there. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. You know, part of the ways that these expeditions work, in order to be able to not only achieve the original criminal motivation that they had towards the target, which is co-opting a target's finances, exploiting their insurance, and exploiting a target exploiting a target sexually in a syndicated run group home that they put them in, as a result of taking syndicated probate control of them, all achieved through organized crime syndicated members in the system. It's part of the original motivation of the reason why the target was picked to begin with for these expeditions. And so basically what they do, the syndicated ones that are in the system, like judges, probate lawyers, possible members of the district attorney's office, possibly even members of the city's attorney's office, what they basically do is take a look at what you're exposing and say, Leslie, you're crazy. You're claiming that everybody's getting around you every day and saying certain words to make you feel harassed, even by people that were in places that you went to that were already at the place before you got there. So how can they be stalking you? Well, I strongly suggest you go to Google and YouTube and extensively research gang stalking. Multiple people are stating that they're being tracked and surveilled in real time in order to place this crafted, synchronized harassment around a target for them to experience. Now, you can go to YouTube and type in John Hall Satellite Terrorism. YouTube videos, he's got many YouTube videos online concerning gang stalking and some of the technological resources that are utilized against gang stalking targets. You can also go to YouTube, go to Google right now and type in GS Watchdog YouTube channel gang stalking.